Hello Leo, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Leo for the month of November. Now do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, Leo, let's go ahead and see what we have here for you. Now I'm using the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot, the Ethereal Visions Tarot, and the Kipper Oracle deck. There are links to all of these decks in the description below if you'd like to pick them up for yourself. All right, so let me make sure we're all set up here and in view. Do make sure that you are subscribed to the channel for regular updates from me. All right. Cool. Let's go and put this right here. I'll also put this here. Okay. Cool. Energy on the bottom. You have the Four of Swords. So Four of Swords is potentially asking you to take a moment to rest, to relax, to recover. You may have recently, or you may have experienced some type of heartbreaking situation or some sort of emotionally challenging situation. The Three of Swords card is on the banner above this person, and they are resting from something that happened here that was challenging or like emotionally taxing. I do have to say though, you actually have a very positive reading here, so that might not be what this is about. Instead, what this could be about is just general relaxation, rest at this time, recovery. Maybe you've been working very hard. You can see here that this person has their hands in a prayer position. This also represents the idea of connecting to something outside of you or doing some spiritual practices as well at this time. So, you know, definitely think that not getting a bad vibe here. I actually think that this is a nice reading here. You have very good cards showing up. You do have, okay, that's 669. Oh, no, wait, you do have 666. That's what I thought. So 666 is not a number that you should be afraid of. Despite what is portrayed in media, 666 actually represents transformation in one's life. And, you know, it can talk about like bringing new energy into your life. You could even research that number, like 666 numerology or 666 angel number, and that would probably help you not have any fear, or it would help you understand that number better. So yeah, just also something that immediately stuck out to me here as the reader. But let's just go ahead and dive in. So in the overall situation, you do have this Six of Swords. The first six here on the card are on the board here. And the Six of Swords represents a transition in one's life. It represents going to a new place. It represents this idea of being guided. I do think that some of you are feeling guided at this time in a new direction, or the cards are saying, allow the universe to walk step by step with you, right? Allow the universe to guide you in the right direction, or to walk step by step with you. One of the phrases that I like to use when I'm feeling like, I don't know, lost, confused, or maybe just like a little bit like I need something extra is, I ask my guides to lead me in the right direction. I like using that mantra. I ask my guides to lead me in the right direction. Something that I really like to use, and I'm getting a sense that some of you might want to do something like spiritual like that, right? Like, and just kind of trust that the direction that you are treading here, or that you are sailing towards, is the right direction for you. Now, at the beginning of the month, you have the Hanging Man, you have the Three of Cups, and you also have the Temperance card. So, do we have another interesting synchronicity here? We do. So we have 12, 13, 14. They're not in a line perfectly, but we do have 12, 13, 14 here showing up. Oh, sorry about that. Got a notification there. My apologies. Yeah, so the thing is that there is a progression here happening in this month of November for you. I do think that things are, you know, moving along, moving ahead when you get a situation like that. So there has been something here that you've had to contemplate. Okay, normally the Hanging Man is about letting go. Okay, it's about letting go. It's about this person here is holding on And what they really need is they need to embrace a transformation. They need the death card, okay? Number 12, the Hanging Man. Number 13, the death card. There is a transformation happening here, but you've been contemplating this, okay? This person is also attaining enlightenment here, as you can see. So there is something about like you doing spiritual practices, you doing, like meditating, recovering, relaxing. I think some of you have been or are spending time connecting with something above you. And the thing is, normally I would say you have to let go, you have to embrace the transformation. But in this reading, you are, because you have the Hanging Man here with the Six of Swords into the Death card diagonal. It's like, as a reader, I see that you are absolutely going to do this. So there's something that I think you've been, kind of leveling, like measuring up, thinking about for some time. You have this Temperance card, which comes after the transformation of the Death card. And the Hanging Man, the Temperance card, I'm getting the three mixed up because they come one after the other. The Temperance card gives you healing after you have gone through a transformation, which transformations are good, but they can be challenging, they can be painful, but ultimately they lead to growth, right? And so the Temperance card says, you got this. You're going to heal, you're going to, recover from this situation. I almost feel like saying, like, have no fear, like move in this direction with confidence, because the direction that you're headed here looks very, very good. The other thing is, notice that the person on the Temperance card is actually an angel, right? You see the wings here? And again, like in every column, just about, or all over this reading, I should say, there is something connected to spirituality. And, whatever that is for you, that is something that I think would be, I think doing some sort of spiritual practices or doing something like this in this month would be very, very beneficial. You have the Three of Cups lastly here, which I think for some of you, I get a good vibe for it. The Three of Cups is like good times with your friends, good times with your family. It connects to your social circle. It connects just to the concept of celebration to other people. And, I think November starts off on a really high note for you. Towards the middle of the month, you have the Six of Pentacles, you have the Six of Swords, and you also have the Nine of Cups here. So in this reading, what I think is going on is that the beginning of the month here starts off on a really high note, but I think as you progress through the month, you're going to start to get a little bit more serious, and there are going to be some plans that are set in motion here. Again, I think you're going to initiate this transition that you've been really thinking about for some time. Okay, you've been thinking about this, you've been kind of measuring it up. Okay, what do I need? What items do I need to pack? What am I going to do? What's the itinerary? I think some of you have been like measuring this up, planning for this. Six of Swords, you're just going to go, right? You have everything, you're going to throw everything in the boat here, you're going to go. And I think that, you're ready to really fully not only embrace this transition, but also bring on this transformation. Okay, it's two things here for you. You have this Nine of Cups, which says that you are emotionally protected, okay? The Nine of Cups is like complete satisfaction in life, feeling satiated, okay? This person is emotionally content, they're satisfied, but also this brings in a wish. The Nine of Cups is a major energy of a wish in one's life. It's one of the two major wish cards in the tarot. Okay, you'll never know what might be out there until you hop in this metaphorical boat here and you go to the other side. Okay, and part of that is being guided. Okay, because you don't know where it's going to take you. You just have to kind of allow yourself to move in this new direction. You have this Six of Pentacles, which says that not only are you protected here, I feel, but you also have really good karma about this new direction, or connected to this new direction. You can see the scales here, which represent balance, but it also represents karma. And karma is just the accumulation of our actions, right? So as you take the right steps, as you take the right actions, you are protected here. Now, the Six of Pentacles can also indicate giving back in some ways. Obviously, it can connect to donations and charity, but it also is deeper than that, which is like maybe you're giving back through knowledge that you have, or you're offering a helping hand, or you're being there emotionally for somebody. You're being kind in some ways. And so, definitely nice energy here with this transition or this transformation that you're making here in your life. This could really lead to some good things for you. In the future here, you have the Six of Cups, you have the Ten of Pentacles, and you have the Death card. So I've talked about it at length here. This is going to bring about a major change in your life, okay? Nothing to be concerned about with the Death card. It's actually a very positive card if you look up the meaning of the tarot card. It's not about death and dying, it's about positive changes in one's life, or I should say positive transformations. And so the thing is, it's big though, that's the thing, especially when you have like Hanged Man, Death card, Temperance. These cards progress, as I've said, they're sequential. So it's like, this will feel very real in this month. And along with that, you have the Ten of Pentacles, which is like super abundance, major abundance in one's life. Okay, this is like reaching the getting to the chest at the end of the rainbow, the treasure chest at the end of the rainbow. It is built. It connects to your legacy. The legacy that you want to have in this lifetime. It can talk about empires. It can talk about family money or just family in general. And along with that, inheritances, estates. It can be big investments in life that have, you've been accruing, over time, that have been sort of accruing for you, that have vested, so to speak. But these are big things, like maybe you own a house and you own the house outright, like you own the house for 25 years or whatever, and there's no mortgage on the house or whatever it is, right? Like bigger investments. You have this Six of Cups here as well, which it does connect to the past. It connects to memories of love. Some of you might be like selling the family home here. Obviously not financial advice. This is just correlation. So I do think that maybe some of you are doing that. But there's also just something from the past that I think that you are kind of reflecting on here. I think you're reflecting on the good times. You're reflecting on the past here because you recognize or you realize that where you're going is completely different with the Six of Swords transition, the Death card transformation. Now, I do appreciate you being here. Thank you for spending your time with me. Please do hit that like button and subscribe. Let's go ahead and start to get some clarifications here. All right. See what we have here for you. All right, so we have the Seven of Swords. Whoops. You have the Artist, which is an oracle card with his deck. I'm going to take this one because it came out with it. The Moon and the Queen of Wands. All right. So, all right. The Artist and the Moon. Seven of Swords here with the, yes. Okay, so this is just a very clear situation, which is, with the Hanged Man, right? Like they're hanging on the post. They're thinking about life. They're attaining enlightenment. They're meditating. But with the Seven of Swords, it says, don't stay there too long. Okay, don't stay there too long. The Seven of Swords asks you to create a game plan or create a strategy. Okay, and I think that this is what this is about. I don't think that there's deception here. Although you do have two cards of deception, I will just be totally real with you with the Moon and the Seven of Swords. In a love reading, the fact that you have the Three of Cups with the Seven of Swords and the Moon would not be a good sign, especially with the Queen of Wands. The reason being is because that could indicate cheating or somebody who gets around or whatever. But this is not a love reading, and sticking to this reading, it feels more like make sure you set your plans in motion. Don't hang out too long. Like enjoy the moment, right? Enjoy the moment, but recognize that the wheel of time is ticking, and don't miss out on this opportunity that is in front of you. Is what I feel like this is about. Okay, so yeah. The Moon and the Artist. Listen, it's great to be a dreamer, right? It's great to be a creator. But you gotta try to make the dreams turn into reality as well, okay? That's the vibe I'm getting from the moon in the artist. Somebody who can dream up amazing things, but also, setting those plans in motion is important. The Queen of Wands is about attraction, and it's also, and so it can say that you're attracting very important things into your life. It's also, I think, you here. It could be any fire sign, but in a much more positive way, the Queen of Wands can really have whatever they want in this lifetime, assuming that they are authentic. And also, this is somebody who's bold, courageous, assertive. Everybody wants to know the Queen of Wands. Everybody wants to be with the Queen of Wands. Everybody wants to work with the Queen of Wands because they're just somebody who's fun to work with. Queen of Wands also is capable of handling a bunch of tasks, juggling a bunch of priorities. Here, you might also be dealing with Sagittarius, by the way, because of the temperance with it. But I think that's you. Yeah, you have the Ace of Pentacles. You have the Death card again. So very important card here, especially as it's clarifying the middle card, and the High Priestess. All right, so the middle card's important because it informs the rest of the cards. You have the Death card twice. So, the universe is like, I'm putting all the chips on the table here. I'm not joking around. There's a transformation coming in for Leo people at this time. If you're here and you're resonating with this, it simply means that you are passing on or moving on to something new. Okay? In this case, you are moving, you're transitioning, you're going to a place that you've never been before. And I think partially the cards are also saying, like, do not, okay, reflect on the past, enjoy the memories of the past, but don't stay in the past. Okay? Because there's a whole wide world out here that looks very good for you, especially as you have this Ace of Pentacles, which is a new beginning, is available to you. This can say that you're getting a new start in the material realms, you're getting a new start financially, you're getting a new start just generally in life. You're planting a new seed that could really grow into something big. You have the High Priestess as well, which, this is about anything in life that's maybe hidden. It can also connect to wisdom, divine wisdom. It can talk about using your intuition. It's also a card of desirability. You actually have two cards of desirability here with the Queen of Wands and the High Priestess. So I don't know what that's about, but I would say that's a very good thing. And the High Priestess also connects to mysteries in life. Okay, so the Nine of Cups and the High Priestess, I think you intuitively feel where this new direction could take you. I think you intuitively feel and see the benefits of this new direction. You have the Knight of Wands, Seven of Wands, and the Star. Pretty incredible. So you have the two wish cards here. So the Star, and then you had the Nine of Wands here. Or sorry, the Nine of Cups and the Star are the two wish cards in tarot, and you have them next to each other. So major wishes coming true for you. And this will feel like very good. You have one of the best readings I've done. I'm halfway through. This is one of the best readings for this month. And this will feel, what is the word? You will feel accomplished at the end of this process, this transformative process here. You will feel extremely accomplished because you're not backing down. You're really going for it. You're not giving up here with the Seven of Wands. And the Knight of Wands, that is a move. That is like a relocation. I do think that there is a group of you that's selling the family home or selling a home or, doing something where you're you might be cashing in or selling something, but it's because you're ready to physically move to a new place. Again, if you're doing that, this is the plans you've been thinking about this for some time here. And, maybe some of you are thinking about travel. Okay. That's weird that I guess I'll keep those two cards out, poverty and community. I just think that for some of you, leaving the people that you've, maybe you love the people in your neighborhood or something, and, leaving those people is a little bit challenging. All right, so let's see the cards we have here. Okay, so you have Great Fortune, House, Concern. Look, some of you, this is connected to property and real estate, just straight up here with the Great Fortune and the House card, very clearly. And I've been just intuitively feeling that it's not going to be for everybody, but even if it's not connected to selling house, it's like you maybe find your dream apartment, or you find your dream location or something like this here. And you might be wading through connection or expectations here. Somebody, you might have to really manage expectations here. And I think the despair and the concern card is just like the final push through that you may be going through or experiencing in letting go of something that you've been doing for quite a long time. So nothing to fear here. It's a very, very positive reading. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I will see you in the next reading.